What if you could build a real working app, not by typing out endless lines of code, but just by talking, by describing what you want in plain English? I mean, is that for real? Can you actually do that? Well, that's the exact question we're tackling today. And the answer is a big, resounding yes. It's a concept called vibe coding. The AI becomes your tireless assistant, cranking out all that repetitive boilerplate code so you can stay creative. The excuse of, I don't know how to code, is quickly becoming a thing of the past. The AI can write the code. So the only real question left, the one that truly matters, is what will you create?
Hello everyone, welcome to Connect and Build. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Let's get started.
All right, let's dive into something that is genuinely changing the game for anyone who's ever had a great idea for an app but didn't know how to code. We're talking about vibe coding. And trust me, by the end of this, you're going to have a clear roadmap to build your very first app using AI. So let's just get right to it. What if you could build a real working app, not by typing out endless lines of code, but just by talking, by describing what you want in plain English? I mean, is that for real? Can you actually do that? Well, that's the exact question we're tackling today. And the answer is a big, resounding yes. It's a concept called vibe coding. But here's the key thing to get. You're not just sitting back and watching. Think of yourself as the director of a movie. The AI is your star actor, ready to perform. But you're the one guiding the performance, testing the scenes, and refining the final cut. You steer the ship. So yeah, this is a pretty huge shift in how we think about making things. It moves your brain away from worrying about semicolons and syntax and puts it squarely on the ideas themselves. Let's take a look at what that actually means in practice. This comparison really nails it. On one side, you've got traditional coding. You're in the trenches, handwriting every single line, focused on the nitty-gritty implementation details. But with vibe coding, your focus just zooms out. You get to think about the big picture stuff, the cool ideas, how the user will feel using your app, what it should do. The AI becomes your tireless assistant, cranking out all that repetitive boilerplate code so you can stay creative. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds a little too good to be true, right? Well, it's not exactly magic. To be a good director, you need to speak the same language as your actor. You don't have to be a coding wizard, not at all, but there are a few core concepts you've absolutely got to get a handle on. Think of this as your cheat sheet for talking to the AI effectively. You don't need to write a function from scratch, but you need to know what a function is so you can say, hey AI, make a reusable piece of code that does this. Understanding variables lets you say, I need a spot to save the user's email. And debugging, oh, that's a big one. It's how you can look at an error message and instead of panicking, you can just tell the AI, here's what broke, can you figure out a fix? And this right here, this might be the most important rule of vibe coding. The AI is a ridiculously powerful tool, but it's still just a tool. At the end of the day, you are the boss. You are responsible. You have to look at the code it spits out and ask the tough questions. Is this safe? Is it going to run slow? You're the final sign-off. Okay, so the idea makes sense, and you know the basic lingo you'll need. The next logical question is, where do you actually go to do this? Let's check out some of the platforms where you can start your adventure. You've got a few options popping up, but two big ones to have on your radar are Replit and Google Antigravity. As you can see, they're aimed at slightly different people. Replit is, hands down, the best for beginners. Why? Because there's zero setup. You just open your web browser and you're ready to go. Google's platform, on the other hand, is way more powerful, but really designed for folks who are already deep in the Google Cloud world and need to tackle super complex automated tasks. So let's make this super simple. If you're just getting your feet wet, Replit is the answer. Don't overthink it. It's built from the ground up for this exact kind of workflow, just vibing your app into existence right there in your browser. It's the path of least resistance to getting something real up and running. All right, now for the good stuff. Let's tie this all together. We're going to give you a super clear 5-step battle plan that will take you from what is vibe coding all the way to I just shipped my first app. This is your quest. And here it is, your quest map. It's that simple. First, you get the main idea, the vibe, which you're already doing right now. Second, you learn just enough of that coding lingo to be a good guide. Third, you pick your tool, and we're saying start with Replit. Fourth, and this is the fun part, you actually build stuff. And finally, you learn the good habits to make sure what you build is safe and solid. See? Totally doable. Let's zoom in on step 4, because this is where the real learning happens. You don't try to build a huge, complex app on day 1. No way. You work in little sprints. So sprint 1, vibe something simple, like a personal expense tracker. Get that working. Then sprint 2, level up, add some complexity. Tell the AI, okay, now let's connect to a live weather service and build a dashboard. And here's the crucial habit. Every single time something breaks, open a notebook and write down what went wrong and how the AI helped you fix it. That log will become your personal debugging Bible. So, you've built a few projects, you're getting the hang of it. Now what? How do you go from just messing around to becoming a really effective Veeb coder? Well, it all boils down to building the right habits for the road ahead. These are the things that will truly set you apart. Before you even talk to the AI, sketch your idea on a piece of paper. What features does it need? What should it look like? Then, when you prompt, be specific and build on what it gives you. Iterate. Don't just throw everything out and start over. And most importantly, get this feedback loop down to a science. Ask the AI for code, run the code, read the error message it gives you, and then feed that exact error message back to the AI and ask it for a fix. That loop is everything. Look, the bottom line is this. The barrier to entry for creating things, for turning a cool idea into a real product, has never, ever been lower. The excuse of, I don't know how to code, is quickly becoming a thing of the past. The AI can write the code. So the only real question left, the one that truly matters, is what will you create?
Like, share, and subscribe to Connect and Build. I have already done. Did you guys subscribe?